Respect what I said, respect what I said, respect what I said, respect what I said. I put bands on your head like I'm K. I put on for y'all every day. Respect what I said, respect what I said, respect what I said, respect what I said. Y'all not gonna know what's up till I'm done. A1's with me, Darius, T-Man. Respect what I said, respect what I said, respect what I said, respect what I said.
Hi guys. What's good?
It's
been a minute, probably not, might be, who knows how we dropping these episodes, but welcome back to episode 9 of Respectfully Said. It's K. To the right of me I have
Talynt,
and to the left of me I have
Darius, Isaiah, dream walker extraordinaire.
Oh, I thought you was talking about dropping shit, cause
right?
Nah.
Stop saying, stop telling niggas.
Nah, we ain't doing that.
Okay. Tyler, you dropping new music?
Me? Not no time soon. Keep it a buck.
Ain't you just say you was in your bag before the episode started?
Did I?
Yeah, you something about to get in my bag.
I said that?
Yeah, you did.
What'd I say?
I don't know the context before that. What was you talking about? I forgot, but I do recall hearing you say.
Well, I'm always in my bag. I'm always in my bag. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Well, you gonna let us see what's in the bag, though?
You know that Mr. Krabs meme? That's how I'm at right now. No. To what is it? It's May, June, July.
Yeah, it's May. First day of May.
July. Now I gotta do it because I said it.
All right, don't be like me. We ain't gonna talk about that.
Right.
Moving on.
We got yeah. You think you slick?
As I said, don't be like me. Moving on.
Between him and Karina Capri, I don't
Yeah,
know.
I just said we moving on. So what we doing today, Carla?
Ooh, okay.
First of all, you good though. I'm on payroll, so I gotta keep hush hush. She got that. I gotta shout out our sponsor. I was gonna say sponsors, but I only got sponsor. So if you would like to be a sponsor, hit one of us up.
This shit is
Bits and Sips.
hitting
Yes,
today
sir.
too.
Shit is hidden, and she's our sponsor. Going on. Year. So today our guest is my guy DK.
DK.
We ain't gonna beat around the bush. I mean, when it comes to his artistry and overall, like, even his image, because even as awkward as he may seem a little bit, it fits well with everything that he got going on and how he rolls out his music, his videos. Yeah.
Man, it's dope.
my guy, fire.
Mm-hmm.
It's like how you just said his aesthetic like fits so perfectly with him.
He true to himself.
Yeah,
You can't hate on that.
exactly.
And you hear it in the music.
Mm-hmm.
And the beauty about his music is, if you listen to his earlier stuff, like, he's gotten so much better. He's made better songs now that he's did back then. It's just, man, let me call the motherfucker up.
All right, just call this man, yeah.
Let me call the motherfucker up. He's been waiting. He's been waiting. He's been
Oh,
waiting.
he picked up quick.
Yeah, he picked up
Yeah.
double first
Hey, yo,
ring.
drop a bomb for the man DK. Drop a bomb, yo. About to say, I'm not even gonna front. I just got put on. Not today, but Carla put me on.
Yeah,
and
Carla put me on too.
Yeah, like she been saying your name a lot, and you know when she usually puts someone to my attention, I usually like take heed because they usually be pretty good. But like, you definitely got it, bro. Like, we were just talking about before we called you. Your whole aesthetic fits what you bring to the table in music. What the hell is going on? Did it just freeze? Bad connection. Did you hear any of that?
Yeah, I heard all of that.
All right, cool.
Sorry, I just switched rooms, so it was a little better to speak. Cause I didn't know when you guys were going to call in. So
Listen, I didn't know either. Definitely before 7. I should have told you definitely before 7.
Yeah.
So let's get into this shit, man.
Jump into it.
Right. Hold up. Who's going in?
Go ahead, you was already
Right.
in.
I'm sorry.
You stopped.
Listen, man. I mean, it's been a long day, long week. You feel me? We don't even do this on Saturdays, so you feel me? We heard the EP. I liked it. I'm not gonna be a fake fan.
It ain't no EP, it's an album. Get that correct.
Well,
first. Thank you.
all right. I'm sorry. Like I said, it's been a long day. We heard the EP and the album. I'm not gonna lie. I heard it late because I didn't even know about everything. I'm like all fucked up with my time and shit this week. So I heard it late. but I thoroughly enjoyed it. But I feel like my co-host could definitely give a better speak on it than I can. But let me just say, Anomaly is fire. Fire.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Fire.
Mhm.
Like I love how that shit fits your entire aesthetic. And hold up, you teach chemistry?
So yeah, so I teach right now. I teach chemistry, biology, two algebra 1 classes, and I think that's
So he's
it.
smart. Okay, we got
Yeah.
it. Yep.
Hold up, my next
Okay.
question, and this is rude. How old are you?
I'm 24.
You 24? This man
24?
is 24, teaches chemistry, algebra, and rap. I'm 30 and I was even doing half of that shit, man. I ain't got no excuse for myself. Like, what the fuck is going on? Fuck it, yo.
Wow. I'm surprised. Wow.
Yeah, like this. I don't even know what to say right now. Like, yeah, Carla, take this. I feel so bad about myself right now. Like,
Why?
this man just said he's 24 and he teaches chemistry and biology. Bro, I was trash at chemistry.
I hated chemistry.
It was my first year this year, so it was my first year.
What school do you teach for?
He can't reveal all of that, my guy.
Right.
What the hell?
I want to
There's
know.
a high school around here. The only reason I'm not gonna say anything is because in the case that my students see, you know what I mean? Like I can't I gotta
Right.
separate the
This guy.
professional and the creative.
Yeah.
Oh no, I understand. Yeah, I wasn't thinking about that. All right. You guys are a lot.
I gotta be able to answer the questions that I'm asked today truthfully and honestly, and I don't necessarily want to
Well, we got some spice
I'll
for you.
hold back to an extent.
We definitely got some spice for you. I'm just not gonna be the one to ask those spicy ass questions. So looking at Carla in the blue.
We ain't gonna start off that soon. Let's could we talk about my guy? Can we interview him?
That's what we here for, right?
Yeah. So listen, DK, with you being a chemistry teacher and all that shit, is that like a
Who's cutting out?
fallback?
Is it me?
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah.
You're cutting out a little bit.
Oh,
It might be
oh.
my.
I said with you being a
Oh.
chemistry teacher, is that like a fallback plan? Just in case
Yeah,
if
of
music
course. I
doesn't
mean-
work out the way you want it to work out.
Yeah, like it definitely is. It's probably like the best job that I've worked ever. Honestly, I think because I mean my mother is a principal, my aunt's a teacher, my cousin's a teacher. My mom was a teacher before she was a principal, and she was also a vice principal. So like it's kind of like in my family,
Bunch of
and more so
geniuses.
just being able to like connect to the kids and stuff like that. It's kind of like easy, not easy for me to do that, but it helps me. It helps me give me an outlet to like help somebody outside of what I do in music, and it also gives me the opportunity to separate myself from like all of that all the time. So like it just gives me like a good chunk of time in my day right in the morning to like go in and enjoy my job and be good, and then boom, the minute that like I got all my stuff done for that, I can go and work on music. So I feel like as a fallback plan, but everything is a plan B to the plan A.
So you be turn like how you be grading shit, you be turning shit in late when you grade it because you be working on music.
Nah, I'm pretty like punctual when it comes to that stuff, to be honest.
Have you ever
And I don't really have.
you ever put one of your links on your students' pages when you graded them?
Nah. I don't do that because like there has to be you have to understand when you're a teacher, right? And like I'm young, so these kids know that regardless of like the way I look, I may look older or like may speak in a certain way. Like these people know that I'm young,
Mhm.
and so you have to have a level of decorum as an authority figure because then it's like, oh, this guy, our teacher's so cool. He does all this stuff. And granted, like, yeah, I do, but you got to be able to do your work and respect me and respect students and not goof off and yada yada yada. And like that's why I kind of keep that because I don't want it to be, if it gets to the point right where everybody knows me, then that means that I must be doing something right in music work. You feel me?
Right.
Like
So-
if everybody knows who I am, then like okay, he's good. I'm pretty much out of here at that point. If
Yeah.
if everyone's talking about me and they saw a viral video and all this stuff, then like I'm viral and that's
Right.
fine. But if it's, right now, I don't want to be like promoting that. I want these kids to like get and pass their education. It's a hard year.
So you don't tell the kids at all that you make music. That they find out,
If
they
it,
find
if it
out.
co- if, so like people do find out through like if you post like a TikTok, the algorithm can sometimes detect it by location.
Yeah.
So even if I'm just like chilling, like they'll find it or they'll say something, and I'll say that, but I kind of just sort of like push it away because I'm like really wanting these kids to just like focus, and I really just want to make sure that I'm putting in 100% of my efforts into that job because it's something that I like and enjoy, but it's also like the ability for me to be able to do this music stuff and not have to like work so much like I had to when I lived in different places.
Mhm.
That's real cool
And not
in a humble way, in a sense, because like you're not really letting them know, but if they find out, they kind of find out. Like, has there ever been a situation where someone has found out and it was kind of awkward for you on school grounds?
yeah, like because a few years back, I performed at a graduation party for Ludlow, so these kids knew who I was.
Mhm.
So like they booked me for a show, and I was like, booked me and this other kid for a show, and I was like, all right, yeah, I'll do the show. And then like younger siblings and things like that, like will know, and like it's not like a bad thing when it happens, right? It's more so the fact of like you gotta be like you can't just be like, oh, like I'll look at your music, give me an A or stuff. It's like you gotta like you can like my stuff, you can like look into my things like that, but you got to be able to do the work and understand like I am not the artist to you. I'm
Right.
the teacher.
Right. So kids do
And
that to you?
that's why I have to differentiate.
Kids do that to you? Like, oh, if I recite your whole verse, will you give me an A type
The
shit?
kids don't know that he's really an artist.
There's like
No,
one
he said there's
class
a few that
there's-
has brought it up to him. That's what I'm saying.
some of the classes really don't know anything at all about me, but there was one class I think they had an older sibling that knew like me through this person, and they found out, and then the algorithm came in, and they kind of like all colluded, and they were like, oh, like we know it, but they're pretty cool about it, and like they kind of just like I really ignore that stuff. Like if I harp on it too much, then it becomes like, oh, this is my best friend, and it's like I want you to love me as a teacher, but I want you to love me as a teacher and know that you have a set of rules and boundaries
Right.
to do.
Mhm.
And
It's all
they
about
eventually got that.
boundaries.
Yeah.
Yo, I love how
For
mature
sure.
you are as an artist, not even just as an artist, as a person at such a young age. Like you wouldn't even
I
like
appreciate it.
yeah, like you wouldn't even like hear this from an artist that's an actual like teacher to be like, I gotta separate this from that and make sure my students can tell the difference between me, the worker, the professional, your professor, and me, the artist. Like that's actually really dope to hear. I didn't even expect that. That's really cool.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it a lot.
I'm curious to know who are your musical influences.
I'm very curious too.
Right.
About what?
Your musical influences.
My musical influences. So, my father is a musician locally around here and has been for the last almost 30 plus years. So I feel like he's definitely my main musical inspiration. To be fair, I actually didn't start getting into hip hop until I was 17, 18. So my sort of inspirations came from like the old like rock and basically anything that my dad would play. I was just listening to what my dad was. And then I was getting into like the Western Mass heavy metal scene around here because there's a pretty big scene in Western Mass. As far as music goes, they did very
I
well.
worked with a couple of people.
The metal scene
Yeah,
is
people
big.
Yeah,
like
the
people
restaurant
like Killed
that
Engaged Out of
they be in
Fall.
bands and shit.
That scene is huge
Yeah,
as hell.
Casey Strain, like they did well. So my voice was kind of like centered on like the old metalcore stuff from like late 2000s, early 2010. And then over time, like I kind of started listening. I remember when I first heard The Weeknd, I was like, this is crazy. And then the albums
Check
like
your
Blonde
text.
really had an effect on me. And so
Not you. Sorry, my producer.
So yeah, so I think those are definitely like my musical inspirations. So like I really do find enjoyment in like every genre of music at the end of the day. I know it's very like cliche to say, but it's kind of just like a smorgasbord.
Word. Tal, you got any questions?
Yeah, I do. So before we get into that, I want to ask a little bit more about like the musical aspect of it. So as far as like, do you have particular
phone.
artists like so in the different genres like hip hop, R&B, or rap? Do you have like inspirations in those specific categories?
So I love music, right? And I listen to music.
Mm-hmm.
Ascendant.
But the thing with me, right, it's like I started listening to music. I think you become, when you get so ingrained in the music industry, I think you become listening to music in a way that you can't get yourself out of. If you understand what I'm trying to say, like I listen to music, like I'll go on New Music Friday, right, and I'll research like every album, and I'll be like, all right, what did they do production wise? What did they do vocally?
Mm-hmm.
How did they say this? What metaphors did they say? And in my head, I'm just kind of being like, a human encyclopedia and trying to like, you know, dig into information. So I honestly can't say like a one particular artist because I'm always trying to study what these people, like the new people that come out that are like underground and things like that, because it's like seeing what you could potentially be if what you could potentially be. You see where they get posted, and that post gets you to that place, and then that place gets you to the great place. You're seeing all of that, and you're like, okay, cool. What did they do? What kind of genre is that? So for me, I love like a lot of music, and I'll play, and I have like favorite songs. But as far as like influences, inspiration, it's like everything, because I'm studying every single moment of my day, weeks, months, years, in order to be able to use that on myself to become the best artist on the planet in my head, or that's how I look at it.
Now on that shit, man. Best artist on the planet. Say that shit again, so I can be the best artist on the planet. Say it again.
The best artist on the planet. That's that's my mentality. Like
yep.
I have to.
There you go.
And it's for myself. It's not what I'm preaching out as like a cocky thing to anybody. It's literally just a wake up call, like in the morning, like, all right, I'm gonna be the best artist on the planet.
It's
What am
probably
I gonna
still
do today,
sending.
tomorrow?
It's through it. Yeah. Hey yo, my man's yo. A lot of people weren't feeling that you be categorizing your music as R&B.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't really know. I really don't know. Like, I know. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
It was a little clubhouse. Little clubhouse meeting. Clubhouse was alive and well and thriving. I was dead and gone.
I forgot that shit was even up for a while.
Yeah, but yeah, I wasn't really feeling that take. I can see why because right? I mean I can see why because your earlier stuff does. It was pop if you listen to your first couple of projects.
Yeah, but like understand that I would rather like when I heard that comment, right? First off, like it's hard to digest a comment when somebody has known DK before DK, right? So like I know that they've known me before that even started. So when I hear a comment like that, it's like, okay, like I'm never really going to be able to change that perception. But I don't really know what my genre is, and that's okay. I just like making DK music. I like being like not comparative to anybody, and I think that's what other people sometimes struggle with is like they get compared to a lot of people that are quote unquote clones or they sound too similar or catch a flow like this, and like I'm grateful. It's a blessing and a curse because it doesn't necessarily mean that like my quality was always there, but I've never gotten really like you sound like this person really ever in my career. So I think that of it in and of itself, it doesn't really matter what I put on DistroKid is the genre, right? It's more so like you can be a fan of my music, and if you're a fan of my music, then you like DK. What style is DK? Well, he's got all these different styles, and he has all these different influences. That's up to the fan and your listener to figure out what my stuff is.
It's alternative. It's alternative.
I just go in the studio and make a song that is pleasing to my ears, and then release it.
I think that's the best way to describe your music. Even when it comes to Gook, like Gook is not a rap artist or a hip hop artist. To me, he does alternative music. Like he does alternative hip hop. Like same thing with you. Like you don't do like traditional R&B. I think it's just more alternative, and if it leans pop, it leans pop. And I think this last effort was more of an R&B album.
Yeah, and I mean,
gave me R&B vibes.
Yeah, and I didn't really pay any mind to when that take was said, and that's not a take that's not been said before. It's definitely been said one way or the other. So like,
Do you
don't really
face that
care.
a lot when it comes to your music? Do you face shit like that? Because I mean, the fucking obvious, and
Well, yeah, because I think a lot of it is because like I'm very confident in like who I am, and on a perception level, like I'm a guy that looks like they should be like on the football field, or in some sort of I'm not the guy that should be out there because I'm a big 6'4" bald dude. And at the end of the day, like I think it throws people off a bit when they see me and then they hear what comes out of my mouth, and like, oh, this doesn't make sense to the status quo. This isn't what this is. It's like, well, I don't really know what to tell you. Like, I have a reaction, then people like it. Like, I wouldn't be in this chair interviewing on in an episode or on an interview where like people go. I wouldn't be here doing this if like I didn't have something.
Right, let them know. You on respectfully set right now. Drop a bomb. Let them know. You on respectfully set, because I do this shit. I do this shit.
All you can be like, oh, sorry, I'm trying to get started right now. My phone's dying. But you can like say all you want, like, oh, DK's not this, DK's not that. But at the end of the day, like, I've been doing this now for over 4 years, getting more and more attention, always elevating. People, more and more fans every day. I've only gone up as of now. So it's not like I just don't get it. But whatever.
Talking about fans, you're like one of the very few artists around here that I see with a solid fan base. Do you have any tips or advice for up and coming artists?
So I think that it was a little bit of a different situation for me because I was in a position where I could retain a lot of fans because of my job. So I was working at a bar in Amherst. So everybody would see me all the time. So I think a lot of that fan base is just because they were liking the person that I was, and it's such a big school with not that many nightclubs, and I was like the only one. So that's how I gained my fan base. But I don't know. You just got to interact with people. You can't be afraid to call someone fire. I think there's a lot of people that have trouble doing that.
Yeah, you're right. A lot of people are afraid to say someone else's fire. It's like their biggest fear.
I just think that's a problem because they think of it almost as if like you're giving them the attention that you think that you should be getting over them because it's a competition. And it's like, yeah, but like at the end of the day, you can strip yourself. Like that's when I strip myself back and become the consumer, when I know that someone else is fine. Right. So I know, like, I'll just use an example, right? Like I remember I found Brett and Kim, and they're wicked cool. And I remember I interacted with them, and now we follow each other and we talk and stuff like that. But like, they're super good. I'm not going to be just using them as an example. There's hundreds of artists I've talked to and online friends with, but like, I'm not going to be like not say they're fire or not comment if I really enjoy something just because I'm mad inside that I'm not getting that attention at that said moment.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and along with that,
niggas can't even give you a repost.
It's the same thing with fans, right? Like, if a fan comes up to you and like really likes your music, and you're afraid to like interact with them because you want to be like, nah, I gotta have like unread notifications if the show's off. I'm hot. No, it's just like open your message and thank them and ask about their day. And, like,
that's a fact. That's
like,
how you build a fan base. You got to interact with these people and build connections, relationships, make them actually feel like you care about the fact that they fuck with you, that they rock with you. People be leaving me on red.
Because if you don't open that shit, the people who are on the receiving end of that shit, they like, oh, this motherfucker think he Hollywood. I can't even fuck with this motherfucker. I used to fuck with you, but you ain't read my message.
I even messed up on that too, where like I didn't like give them the proper like response that I should have, and that's on me not to do that. But I also just like I don't really have a lot of hatred towards anybody,
right? And
I want everybody to succeed at the end of the day. And if anything, it's more so the fact that I just want the fans to like me at the end of the day. I want to gain more fans because they like me and they like having an experience, and that's just, I don't know, it's just a part of it all. I can't really explain the sort of the fan base thing. I can just basically tell you that I'm very polite persistence, or basically polite annoyance, and that's how I've gotten anything that I've ever gotten in my life, is just being that polite, persistent, almost maybe sometimes overbearing, and I got to take a step back.
I sent you the whole thing. His whole album is on his album. I be thinking. I do be thinking, but I be knowing, and I know you got one of the most slept on people on your team in terms of artists. Cause you know a lot of people. I mean, people who know. You know, the Lil Step is under you.
Fire.
Kudos under you.
Fire.
And those you know, are your guys.
Them boys aren't really like under me either.
But like, you know what I mean. Those are your that's label mate. That's your team, or that's the people you're building with.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, but that's the thing though. It's like
you got one of the most underrated team out here.
But they're on the same wavelength as me though. That you gotta understand, like they are on the same, like, okay, like me, bro, like we're going after this, like we're going to dinner and then we're back in the studio until 3 a.m, like we just were last night. I was in Atlanta last weekend, and at the start of Monday, to now, I probably opened like 56 files from like Logic Pro or my DAWs. I've opened like 56 Logic files, just like those beats and songs, like all created basically from the start by me, whether it be for their projects or whatever. Like that's how much, or other people's stuff. Because I was connecting with people down there. So, you know, we're on the same work ethic and wavelength, and same with the fans. They interact with fans well and all that too. So we got it all together, I think.
I like how you just gave him a light flex real quick. You was like, yeah, we're about to eat dinner, and then we got the studio schedule, right? Like, that's professionality right there. Like, that's how it goes. That's professionalism. It's like...
That's how it really be going.
Yeah, like, we eating dinner. Right.
Like,
that's how you do it. Like, that was a little light flex, though. I'm mad nobody peeped that.
No, I peeped it. I peeped it.
Yeah, I mean...
Something light.
Right, something slight. What you about to eat for dinner? Some steak? Some lobster? What's good?
Oh, we're going to Buffalo Wild Wings. It's day for me. I lost a fair amount of weight, and I deserve it.
No, for sure. Yeah. Oh, so, you be also producing, right? You be making beats. You make beats and
I be making a lot of beats. Like right now, I'm working on Kudos. That got some sort of upcoming project right now. There's no real title or stuff that I'm very heavily in. Sort of on a almost a similar aspect of I was in Relativity. So me and Kudo are definitely doing that right now. But yeah, I mean, you have to go to the studio. Like we're literally in the studio 4 to 6 times a week, and my studio is my basement. But we're making quality out of my basement. So what's that?
Right. Yeah, I hear the music, man. But I mean, a lot of people got bad engineering, and you wouldn't even think that you're doing it out of your basement.
And that's a good thing, but yeah, and I'm glad that people think that. But it took me a while to get there. But I'm also, I don't know. I love life right now, honestly, because like me and my team are like working. It feels like at a crazy rate, and like you feel like you feel like you're never done. But it's also just like so rewarding to like every day get a new MP3 in your phone and like bump that. You feel?
Word.
I know that feeling.
So Anomaly. Let's talk about Anomaly. Let's talk about that. Yeah. Why concept album?
So I actually do a lot of concept stuff, but that was like a full concept album. And the reason I did that was because it sort of gave me so I don't know if you know this, right? But that album was written to be performed as a musical. I don't know if you knew that.
It sounds like it could be.
Yeah,
so
like I got that.
So
from
so like
track.
that was the intent, right? So like there was a time I was going to do like Anomaly the musical live, but I got COVID at the end of December, and then I was sort of like got it, and then my whole family got it, but they got it weeks after. So December to January, like right before Steph's album sort of was submitted, like we were kind of in quarantine. Like I was in quarantine for like a month, and that sort of like took the momentum off a little bit from the album, and not been able to do that. But digressing a little bit. That was a metaphoric album as well. So I think I've explained it before to other people, but to you guys and to the viewers, I've respectfully said that album was more so meant as like a thing of like the last 4 years of a cycle and sort of you wake up and you think you're the man, and then this, that, and the third happens, and then you're just trying to move away from your problems.
That's why I fuck with the album so much, because that type of shit. Like if you really sit there, listen to it, you kind of understand. Like once you're done listening to the last song of the album, the first song is playing in the background.
Mm-hmm.
It's a loop.
Transitions
you
is
know what
fire.
I mean? Like it's a loop. The whole it's fire, man. It's fire.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that a lot.
Quick question.
So yeah, that was the basis of the album, and like I do very well with like sort of the conceptual things, like and an album not necessarily will be like that. I don't know if I'll ever do an album again unless I have like something like a TV deal inked where I can actually like have that sort of production.
A lot of people who music I like deem to be like elite been telling me they're done doing albums. And they're done doing albums, and all they're doing is put it out singles because they feel like they're wasting music by putting out albums, blah blah blah, all this other crazy shit. They broke it down to me.
That's never worked for me.
So I got a quick question.
Everybody's different.
So I got a quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you won't do albums anymore, and you said that this one was supposed to be a musical, correct? Would you do another?
No, I'm down to do albums. I said I'm on the opposite end. For me, like I can't do things. Like I don't do well with like just dropping singles like regularly.
All right. So my real question is, would you do another musical? Like I know you said this one was supposed to.
I would be down to do another musical, but I would want the funding to be able to do a film production by that musical, whether it need to be like a show or a video type deal.
Because that actually caught my interest right there, like an actual musical, like for someone like that does the type of music that you do. Because watching the video of Anomaly and the way like it's delivered and stuff, like I got like that Broadway musical vibe, and like the way you're acting in the scenes of the video, you can even like kind of catch that, like you're kind of acting in certain scenes and having fun playing around with it and stuff. So it's like I kind of want to see you do that like full on, and especially since you said musical. So like I know you want the funding and stuff, but like
I can't say too much because I have to be very very low.
Yeah.
But I have two friends right now that I'm working with, not Pluto and Steph. They're not them. They've been bothering me right now with this, and they've been giving me difficulty with my next project. But they're definitely going to be sort of helping me in the next project.
Mm-hmm.
And all I have to say is, just keep your eyes out. Just keep your eyes out, because you will be able to see why everything connects. That's all I'm going to say.
Word.
All right. Last question before I stop with the musical shit, because now
better be your last question.
So since you kind of wrote the album as a musical, would you actually star in a musical? Like if Lion King hit you up or some shit or anything, would you do some shit like that?
Out of all possible things,
right? Nah, I'm saying because maybe he like musicals.
Who is he going to play in Lion King?
Hello, this is Lion King.
Bruh, I'm just giving examples. It ain't gotta be Lion King. I just thought of the first musical that popped up. Cats? What about Cats? What about? What I say? Would you be in Cats?
Yo, I'm dead.
Jhani.
I remember I used to watch that shit when I was younger. I used to have.
But would you? All right, would you be in an actual musical like Cats and like things of that nature? Like, and is that something you're into?
Yeah. So like, I'm interested in a lot of endeavors, but I really want to have that tenure of a good long like stretch of years where I can really do this stuff off the music muscle. You know what I mean? Like, if the other stuff comes, that's fine. But like, I've worked way too hard now to like not just like be like, okay, let's go into a completely different avenue just because you're funny in your music videos type deal, or just because you go the musical in your songs. Like, I got to be able to do it through DK. Like, I got to be able to like I got to be able to get me as an artist to the platform that I need to be in order to do the other stuff before I start worrying about like you need to do like this, that, and the third, and that type deal.
Word.
So man, if people who watch the show, they already know how we like to do things, how we like to end things with our guests. So I'm telling you, respectfully, DK, talk your fucking shit, man. Talk your shit.
Tell us how you trying to be the best artist on the planet. Say that shit again.
Yeah, I'm trying to be the best artist on the planet. That's all I'm trying to do.
That's all he goes.
Can we drop a bomb for him?
Drop a bomb for my guy.
Let's go.
Yo, let everybody know where they can find you on social media.
Facts.
You can find me on social media at _D with 5 Ks at the end, so it's going to be DKKKKK. and then you can find me on TikTok at DKMusic413, and you can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/DKMusic413. For bookings, you can hit up my manager, ICWillManagement at gmail.com.
Word.
Let's get it.
Thank you. And I'm sorry we cut into your dinner time and shit.
It's totally fine. I was waiting for this, momentous occasion.
Oh.
To speak
It's
at your show.
been a long time coming, man. Had to make it happen.
Yeah, and just stay tuned in. I can't give out too much, but just stay tuned in.
Nah, for sure.
We waiting and we watching.
Facts.
And we wishing you the best with everything that you got going on.
Facts.
Just watch out for me, Kudo and Steph this year. And,
Yeah.
And if you-
shit, talk that shit.
If you end up on Cats, give me some tickets, bro. That us.
I got you.
Alright, man. Thank you, DK.
Yes, sir. DK.
That
Talking about some
musical
cats and some
That
Lion King.
shit crazy. Like I ain't never really hear an artist say they want to be in a musical. You don't hear that too much. So I had that's something I was interested in.
Nigga, Cats, I can definitely see him on Cats.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Listen, I only said Lion King to make the space.
No,
not
we
saying he
feel
could be
you.
in it.
We know.
Not saying he was gonna actually be in Lion King like shit.
We know.
Nah, he can do Cats.
definitely do that. You already know what time it is.
What time is it?
What time is it? It's time for some motherfucking music reviews. We're gonna start you guys off with some visuals because it's the only visual we got. So we're gonna do that one first.
Move 'em. Move 'em.
By who?
Move 'em by Izzy.
Izzy.
Just Izzy. I'm over here looking at my phone like the videos in there.
Nah,
I know, but I'm a fucking idiot. Like, he's gonna watch the video. I pull out my phone like it's there and shit.
When you moving with that body, gotta stop with a nigga. Apply that pressure with a suck with a nigga. Cause I ain't coming just to fuck you, finna rub on a nigga. To find a real one in this bitch, you went to scuff for some nigga. Go pour some cups with some liquor. We bout to fuck up, bought some drugs up with some customers with it. She like my body, said I'm built with it different from all them goofies with it. Weak, they ain't on shit but submissions. I still like switch it up. She told me that you going too deep. So girl, you thinking of niggas ain't going up and then this bitch them boys ain't quick enough. I'm finna be the realest out the three, them boys ain't sick enough. I told her she ain't looking up. I drop a nigga, pick it up. I told her that I'm human, so don't fuck with a nigga. Cause once it's up, you know it's start. Don't think I'm bluffing with it. Don't need no hoe, I need your company with it. I need you busting that bitch open when I'm coming up in it. I need my money at the door. Got that border like I'm Cardi, but I'm playing like no hoe. Niggas know that, see I'm strapped up on my block right there the door. Fuck the Gucci, need some tens, we're bringing killers to the show. I drop them pennies to the floor. If you ain't fucking gotta go.
Alright.
I need my
Yeah.
money at the door. For that Gucci, need some tens, we're bringing.
We good.
Listen, I need my lady by my side. And I ain't tripping.
Go ahead, Tal.
Yeah, yo, the video quality, dope. I love it. But listen.
Visionary. We
Yes,
see you,
sir.
baby.
Listen. Yo, that song, I love that song. I love the confidence that you have in the song. I love the wordplay. I love it's real, like it's just hitting. You know what I'm saying? Like everything. Now, the video quality, the video is nice. I wanted to see you talking, like I wanted to see what you was talking about in the video though. That would have went hard. I pictured that whole video in my head while I was listening to that song.
The video didn't go with the song.
Yeah.
Like when she explained it to me and she broke it down, like the concept that she thought of, I was like, oh yeah, I can definitely see that. The whole thing, like the city backdrop with the mic, we thought you was about to spit some shit.
Like bars
Yeah.
type shit.
Like this my city.
Right.
Nah.
Like my city, nigga. Like type shit.
Yeah, I mean, I like the song. It's cool. All the meat and potatoes, the cadence, the flow, all of that shit is straight. A little bit more energy on my side.
I mean, I pretty much feel the same way as Talynt. It's the confidence that like he has, cause like no disrespect to the bars, he's not saying nothing too complicated. You feel me? Like it's like it just hits. It's like straightforward and it hits, and the confidence and the way it's delivered. That's more so what makes the song. But I definitely do agree with Talynt. It could have had a better video visually to give us more of what he was
That's
talking
a
about.
raunchy song.
Yeah. But other than that, like
It is.
Yeah, other than that, this
But
shit
I
is
like
good.
it.
Yeah, this shit is good. Like it's a I'm not gonna act like it's like on my top preferences of shit to listen to. But if that shit were to pop on, I would not turn it off. Like this shit is good.
I'm about to send that song to a couple people. No.
She got something in mind.
I'm just playing.
Nah, but this shit is fire, bro. We can't take that away. That shit is definitely fire. Like I honestly, me personally, I want to see what else you got because that got me interested. Like that made me want to hear you in a different bag. But that was good.
Definitely want to see how you would flourish as an artist. I think for me is like you can kind of tell when you see something there, and you can kind of tell that he's just starting off.
I just want to hear him rap. Like that shit was good because it showed me he can do other shit. But like, and again, it showed me a taste of his talent. He's definitely talented. So I want to hear him like, I want to hear him rap now, or do a little something else. But the shit was dope.
That shit was straight. That's all I gotta say. Besides the fact that the video didn't fit the song. I like the aesthetics of the video.
Yeah.
I like how it was dark and low key, just like the energy on the song
had a little color grade. I feel like
it kind of just went with it.
Yeah.
Definitely I want to see what you can do more. I want to see what's in your bag. I want to see how you can flourish as an artist. But thank you so much for submitting.
Thank you. Shout out to Visionary.
Yeah.
Again.
Drop a bomb for Visionary.
Yes, sir.
For the boy Darius, not Darius, because y'all be confusing our shit.
I'm one of them. I be confusing them.
I call both of these niggas Darius.
They doing good work over there.
You know, it's crazy. We've been getting that since high school. I went to high school with Darius, and we've been getting that since.
What high school you go to?
We went to Central.
You went to Central?
Yeah.
All 4 years?
Yeah. All 4 years.
Was you shorter?
Nah, I was always pretty tall.
Oh.
I was never like a super tall nigga. Like even now I'm tall, but I just fit the curriculum of tall. I ain't like basketball tall.
Oh, I ain't know that. I went to Central for 2 years before I left. I don't remember that.
Yeah, I was there
okay.
For 4 years.
All right, man. Let's throw on that Fabrics by TenGrandTony and Von Live. Nope, that's Anomaly. That's the wrong one. We play those later.
I forgot you older than me. That's why.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I know everybody be thinking I'm not 30. Like I don't even look it.
Same. I like it and I hate it at the same time.
Facts. I'm mad I even made it to this point. Well, like not that I should have died or something, but you know what I mean.
Let's go.
That's my shit.
Fashion, paid 100 for the fabrics. I'm smoking and counting on cabbage. Make money get paid just like magic.
I wanna beach relaxing, I like to lay by the waves, I like to lay with a babe, she like to play with my waves,
She thinking that she gon' fuck me tonight, but she really gon' fuck me today. Hold up, I think that she is the thief in the night, cause she really tryna stay at my place.
Hey, she tryna come to the crib, she tryna come to my place, oh she a freak. She's a bustin' her face, hey.
She stepping into the spot and she treating my dick straight up like it's toothpaste. So I handle my business, I'm all about digits, and you know it's back to that chase.
Look at how we do this shit with fashion. Dripping in my fabric, ain't worried about the past tense. Look at how we do this shit,
Oh, I gotta go first.
Yeah,
Go. Have at
Everybody know this is my type of music. Like I love that talk your shit, fucking in my bag type shit. Let me just say Von took off on this. No disrespect to 10 Grand. His verse was definitely solid, but you can definitely see that Von took off on this. It was just the swag, the delivery.
One of Von's rarest forms.
Yeah, like this is one of Von's. Like you can hear the swag, the energy. He's charismatic. You hear all the charisma.
His personality. Bro.
Right, you hear all the personality in Von. Not saying that 10 Grand did not do his thing, because he did. It was a great collaborative effort, but you can definitely just hear that Von took off on this shit. But it's a great song. Fucking, I love how 10 Grand started. You know, everything is clever from both of them. Like when it comes to their wordplay and the lyrics that they chose to give out, everything is really clever. It's really smooth. It's real talk that shit-ish in my bag, make you feel real cool type shit. I love this song.
Yeah, I could agree in terms of like, you know, Von really doing his thing.
Taking off.
On this track, his flow, his cadence. Shit was crazy. like TenGrand's laid back flow.
Ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying Von took off. Like 10 grand did his
Way
thing.
too short for me.
Yeah.
I'm an old head.
Yeah, not 10 grand did his thing.
I like songs that are more than 2 minutes long.
Yeah.
Song is a little too short for me
Mm-hmm.
because I wanted you guys to go back and forth a little bit more. You know what I mean?
I can agree with that too.
Yeah, Tal was good.
Yeah, so I love TenGrandTony's voice. Like I do. I love his voice. I love his flow. And Von Live, obviously, like he go crazy. Like he had a lot of like charisma in that song, and you can hear it. For me, don't take what I say no type of way like I'm nitpicking. I'm just an analytical person. I analyze everything. So I had to run the song back a couple times and listen to it because at first y'all talking about fashion. The song is named Fabrics, but it don't get to talking about clothes until the second verse for like one verse. But that I had to say it. And for that reason,
Talk about fashion.
For that reason, that's why I'm saying TenGrandTony went off because he was talking his shit about them clothes and about them fabrics.
He was.
Feel me? And that was
He was.
and that's what the song was about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love the back and forth. I like the difference between both of them coming together, collabing like that. It's a taste of like two different
and that's
worlds
what I was
of types
say
of styles.
too. Like I feel like the song wouldn't be as good if it wasn't both of them. Like I feel like they can't. I feel like they wouldn't be able to give what they gave alone. I feel like they complement each other so well.
Right.
It's just the charisma that Von gave makes me feel like he took off.
Right.
10 grand still did his thing, but he has, like you said, a more laid back flow. So it's like his voice
10
is more
Grand
for that.
currently has a project out. If you guys want to listen,
That shit was hard though.
You
Kudos
guys
to
who are
both of them.
listening.
Like,
we're
yeah,
watching.
kudos to them. That shit was hard. Like,
And that was definitely my favorite part was she a freak.
freak. That shit,
Yeah.
that shit hard.
That shit hard. That's I'm the type of person that I like when artists use their voices as instruments.
Yeah.
And Von does that a lot, and just by that part right there, that shit was pretty dope. But I like the effort that came from both of you guys. I think this shit hard and video soon.
Yeah, that needs a video, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That shit gotta be tough.
I got an idea too.
Fabrics,
Yo,
fashion,
hit up Tal, yo.
That's
She
all
about
y'all
to be the
need.
I
creative
see it.
director, yo. For real.
I should be.
Get on it.
Fashion.
Well, I said I'm gonna need it. We all need
everywhere.
it. Trust me. We all need
everywhere.
it.
Yeah, let's move on to that sad symptoms.
Let's
by
go.
Jhani.
Jhani.
Probably saying your name wrong. My bad.
I done said it wrong like 8 times today.
Thought it was a girl,
Yeah, first.
and it's not.
Why you gotta put me on blast like that?
Sorry.
My manager ain't shit.
Been hearing a lot of that lately.
Sad symptoms. She like play, yeah, she love to play the victim. Get you caught up in the system, caught up in a prison. Yeah, sad symptoms. She like play, yeah, she love to play the victim. Get you caught up in the system, caught up in a prison. Yeah, catch me all up in your dress like. Catch me all up in your bed like. Got your hands on my chest like. On my tongue on your neck right. Catch me all up in your dress like. Catch me all up in your bed like. Got your hands on my chest right. On my tongue on your neck like.
Yo, be good. I'm dead.
Yo, damn.
Last 2 episodes, niggas is gonna hate me because I'm gonna start this shit off, yo.
You gonna start it off?
Yeah.
She said,
Go ahead. All right, shit.
Yo, this shit was hitting.
Drop a bar, but I ain't want to drop
Nah, not
Chill,
that.
Nah, don't do
chill.
that.
Nah,
Don't do
nah,
that.
nah,
Don't do
I'm
that.
just messing.
Don't do
We
that.
just kidding. Ta-da.
Ta-da!
Joe Budden podcast.
Right, voila.
Yeah, we got to do voila now.
All right. All right, yeah, start it off, Kev.
Sonically, I think the song sounds good. You're not really saying much.
right.
But this is the type of music that is like this new age shit for the younger kids. So it would work for them, but it doesn't work for me.
I don't even think it works for them. I'm not even like trying to be mean or nah. I'm not even trying to be mean because like I hear because I've done songs like this like that. Like so I can shoot the kid some bail like because I can see what he doing here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I see the full potential in this song. You feel me? He's really not saying much at all, but I do know songs where they use that same structure, but the lyrics resonate. And that's what he's missing. He's missing lyrics that resonate. On top of that, his singing voice is kind of soft. Like, the beat overpowers it. Sonically, it can sound as well as it wants, but if you're not singing and that beat's overpowering you, it's just not going to hit the way it should.
Mm-hmm.
But I can see what he was trying to do. It's just the execution wasn't the way he probably foresaw it. But, like, if you really want to do some shit like that again, you got to, like, really get in your bag for that type of zone. You can't just pussyfoot around and play with that shit and just think it's going to hit. Like, nah, you really got to get in your bag. You got to say something that people relate to because that type of beat, you trying to, like, capture us. You trying to encapsulate us, like, off rip, like, with that type of, like, song and vibe. So you really have to resonate with us, and you didn't really say much. So it's like, I don't really feel like it's going to hit for older generations or new because you didn't really say nothing too captivating. But I do see what he was trying to do. So I don't know if this is his first time making songs or if he's new to this or whatever the case may be.
Work on your lyrical content.
Yeah, like you gotta definitely try to get those lyrics up because you can't do a song like that and not be talking about nothing. Like you gotta people when you get songs like that and like the structure, they say the same thing over and over again, but they're usually saying something that hits. And when we say it with you, we feel good saying it. You feel me? Like, I can't even remember what you just said because it wasn't memorable. And you said it twice. And it's like you said it twice and I didn't remember it. And I'm not even, like, trying to be rude, but that's just what it was.
Tyler, any finishing words
Yeah,
before
so
we wrap it up?
Yeah, so I definitely agree, like, somewhat of what he's saying, definitely. So you gotta, like, the main thing I could say is you want people to want to continue to listen to your music. So if that first 15 to 30 seconds is not pulling them in, they're gonna press next. You know what I'm saying? So I listened to the song a couple times and I had to run it back a couple times because I was drifting off. I had to run it back. So I'm like, what is he talking about real quick? And if you listen to it a couple times, you know, okay, you know, she got her hand on my chest, you know, we laying up. I can relate to that. But again, it got, like he's, yo, why y'all always laughing when I'm saying I'm a lover? I love. I'm always talking about it. I'm a sucker for it. This is where my heart is anyways. Nah, but it has to be captivating.
Right.
But as far as that, it does sound really good sonically. And
yeah.
Keep working.
Right,
keep
like
perfecting
just
that.
get them lyrics up. That's
Yeah.
it. Like the whole idea is there. Just get them lyrics there, because once you put them right lyrics there, it could be something crazy. But that's where it's lacking at.
Nah, facts. Keep going. You know what I mean? Like, don't let this get you feeling any type of way, because the only way people get better, all these artists that you probably fucking look up to, is by people telling them, like, yo, you got to keep working on your shit. You got to keep working on your shit. So, like, for me, it's not bad. Like, sonically, I don't think it's bad. Like, you understand, like, all those melodic pockets and all that.
And it sounds sad, like you say. So
lyrical content for me, you gotta talk to me.
Like, he got the structure and the vibe together. He just gotta get them lyrics. Like, he, I can see he know what he doing.
Right.
But you just gotta get them lyrics up.
Word. And now we're gonna go into the last review of the night, which, you know, I thought it was only right, you know, to ask our guests if we could do a deep dive on, you know, on his project. You guys want to say the title of his project? Because, you know, I can't.
You can't say it. Anomaly.
You can't say it. Say it real quick.
Anomaly. say it.
Anomaly.
She playing Mortal Kombat. Just seen the movie and shit.
Kidding.
Yo, Anomaly. Let's go. Anomaly by DK.
DK.
Okay.
You should hold up. Nah, we didn't play actual Anomaly first, like the actual song.
Bet.
Way towards the ring, hailing from Western Massachusetts,
I'm in the
current
Anomaly.
heavyweight champion, standing at
You
6
can
feet
copy
4
me.
inches tall and weighing in at 260 pounds of pure muscle
Damn.
and raw talent. the Anomaly himself, DK!
Damn, they not even clapping. Sheesh. They doing them dirty.
All right, thank you, Corey. Throw the bomb on.
All right, put a bomb for him, see? What's that?
I'm off the deep end.
I go and wake up, shave my head, put on my clothes, then I'm out. I do the work and get my money, but my name's in your mouth. I sing and rap and make the beats, yeah, I'm the best one around. But I'm not gonna cry and look like I'm just fiending for clout. Yeah, I've seen so many people try to copy it, they don't get me. They try to run off with my lyrics, thinking I don't see. Yeah, I do. You're scheming, but your boys say that I'm reaching. I'm sick and tired of people, so I'm about to break the ceiling when it's back to you. Crying in the bathroom. Where's my money? You just took it and made it back too. But I don't wanna be sad or mad. Just want the world to know my name. Stay persistent and wait. Yeah, I'm an anomaly. You can't copy me. And if you try to do, you'll fail. I hope you know by now that you can never ever get to me. No, 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 no. Yeah, I'm an anomaly. You can't copy me.
We good. This shit hard.
Did y'all hear that?
Yeah.
Did y'all hear the
This song-
production,
yeah.
the
Right.
creativity? Do you hear
Sandman.
that?
Facts.
Sandman, you going crazy.
We love you,
Crazy.
Sandman.
We love you. We do, man. We
love
do.
you,
You beat us
Sandman.
so hard because you're so versatile. You can give us some rapidy rap shit, and you can give us some pop shit like this, yo. Like you crazy, my guy. This is actually a diss song.
Word?
Yeah.
By the way,
By the way, if you guys listen to the lyrics, he talking about somebody for real, for real.
who you talking about?
Go watch Inappropriality. I'll give you the episode number.
Give me the episode
And
number.
he talk about it a little bit on my other podcast over there. If you guys want to talk, if you guys want to see who he may be talking about, but I thought this was a really great way to start an album because production wise, it just goes after
Fire.
this.
Fire.
Yeah,
Sets the tone.
sets the tone for sure. Tab, what's one of your songs that you really like that you would like our producer to play?
Which one?
One of the songs that really stood out to you, besides Chasing for Stars, because that's my sleeper.
Damn.
Yes. When you leave. When you leave.
Play that When You Leave by
Yeah.
DK.
Y'all know what kind of song this is, right?
Get in my feelings, get in my feelings, get in my feelings.
She loves love, yo. Come on now.
Get in
Alright.
my feelings.
Alright.
So you want a different song than already got loaded up? What is it? This is the whole album.
Yeah, it's the whole album. It should be there when I leave. Yep. I'm in the Anomaly. You can't copy me.
Alright, so when you leave,
Yep.
Yep.
When
Shit
you
is
leave.
fire.
DK, what I tell you about talking?
Got a couple features too. Let me show my guys some love. Hold on.
Oh, I should have picked the other one. Wait, no, that's the one. Yeah.
With Jonas, Desmond. Shout out to you guys.
My cologne reminded you of home. Used to wear it, but I can't, 'cause when I do, I feel cold. Late nights hoping that you'll call. You moved on, but you still hit my phone. We can't be friends, and I want it more. I want more. So when you leave, I know that you wanna hold. And when I left,
You hear them notes? you hear how that shit's structured? Like, come on.
In my feelings.
Yeah, you gotta do the raindrops. Get it.
In my feelings, in my feelings, in my feelings. You got me waiting like it's Christmas Eve. You not in me, you out my league. We good though. I love when music makes me feel like that. It makes me feel excited. Makes me get a little goosebumps because it's fire. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one of the most, like, one of the tracks that I feel like, you know, probably people will probably
Appreciate.
sleep on.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely a sleeper for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those little, it's an album cut. It shows him, and I think in one of his rarest forms, because this is where you get to see his artistry as, you know, his songwriting ability. Like, he was going crazy with the structure, and he just understands, like, how to build the song up.
Like,
you know what I mean?
did y'all hear them notes? Like, how high it was in the background, and he was carrying out the tone in the middle, and then you had the in and outs coming like, yo, that nigga's a fucking animal. Like, come on now. Like, I'm a music nerd. I'm a huge sucker for structure. Like, I'm a fucking sucker for structure. Your song could be ass, but if that shit is structured amazingly, nigga, I'm gonna go off for you. Like, that ass. Like this shit is crazy.
We're gonna do one more, and then you know, ideally, I'm pretty sure you guys want to hear the whole thing, but the two reasons why. One, we want to encourage you guys to go and listen to it
yourself.
We'll give you the full review, but we ain't gonna play every song because realistically, like, nah.
We ain't got time for that shit.
Yeah, I ain't want to say it like that, but we don't got time for that.
Nah, keep it real. We ain't got time for that.
And then the real second reason is because we want to encourage you guys to go and listen to this. This is why we don't even play the songs, you know, to its full length, and we don't got fucking time for that. So let's hit that Dune, because this is one of my favorite songs. The production on this is crazy. The production on this project overall is fire.
Fucking fire.
It is.
Like,
Beat
Sandman and them,
everything.
Sandman and them, DK, all them niggas, too. Like, they got a little step. Like, what more do you want?
What you gonna do? We got them tools, yeah. That's what you do, yeah. So what you gonna do, yeah? We do it too, yeah. Not just when we get to, yeah. Whatever you do, I promise that we do it too, yeah. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, yeah? What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
This is his feature, Stereo the King from Atlanta. Shout out to you. I hit it from the back, she need a back brace. What the fuck you talking about? Who broke DK's heart, man?
Alright, who hurt this nigga?
Too much dip on his shit, but if he really wanna, let's get it on up again.
Okay. He made a reference.
We good.
She said.
DK has a very distinct voice, and I like it. You always gonna know it's DK when he come on a track.
Facts. And that's like a great ability to have. That's like it's something you can't even like have for yourself. Like, you can't choose to have it. You just you either do or you don't.
You either got it or you don't. So overall, for me, mad thumbs up. This always gets played. This is one of my favorite projects from 2020. One of the most underrated projects from 2020. Yeah. People don't give you enough flowers. Overall, this shit is fire, my guy. It sounds ready. I think you're ready. It sounds industry ready. I feel like if some industry niggas was to get a hold of this, you need to protect your fucking music because they're going to steal your songs because they're fire. Anything else you guys want to say before we close it out?
I like the variety in the project.
Yes.
You got some sad boy shit. You got some bops.
Facts.
Okay, concept, singing, rapping. I love the transitions. That I'm a sucker for them transitions. It just make everything flow. It's just so smooth. But other than that, like, you dope.
Yeah.
Like, flowers, here you go. No
Here you go.
hesitation.
Right, you said niggas are scared to say you fire.
Right.
Yeah, you fire. Fuck out of here.
And then
Niggas
this
flames.
I'm gonna just end it on this concept. No pun intended. The fact that it's a concept album, and if you a music head and you like to listen to shit that it's relatable to you. Like last year, this is one of my favorite albums because lately I felt like I've been living my life in a loop. And if you listen to this, it starts over from the last song, and that's basically what this is him living his life in a loop from his time being in Atlanta to being up here. TK, you're fucking fire. Ciao. How we gonna end the episode?
Yo, is it gonna come out like this? That's a 7. So, so 7 billion people in this beautiful world, this earth of
you traveled
ours.
there. I seen your photos, man.
You
You
know.
could attest to that.
A little bit.
You could attest that it's a beautiful
Nah, but for real,
world.
y'all can see it's 3 of us here. We all be having all different types of opinions from each other. That's because we all hear things differently. We all perceive things differently. So don't take what we say to the heart. This is our most humble opinion. And we always gonna give you the positive before we hit you with the stuff you might not want to hear, but the stuff that you don't want to hear is what's gonna make you grow as an artist.
Facts. Don't stop just because I get drunk off of sips and bits and talk shit.
Drink all of it.
I drank all my shit this episode.
Drink all of it.
I'm not even. I'm like, so my tolerance has been going crazy because I don't even feel it.
Wait till you stand up.
Yeah. When till we go smoke that out?
I don't even feel it. I'm chilling.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna drink my tea.
Do y'all see me sweating? No glistening, no none of that. I'm chilling. Chilling.
Y'all already know the vibes, man. Y'all already know how we like to end the episode. Some things that I'll be thinking be fire, I'll be thinking it's trash.
It be like that.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
So, damn, I lost my train of thought. But y'all should already know what we think is trash. Other people might think it's fire.
Treasures.
They might fucking treasure that shit. So with that being said, don't stop fucking grinding. Don't stop working on your music. August 1st, baby. Mask off, baby. Showtime. Start booking
Yo,
the fucking
let's
shows.
go.
I'm trying to see performances out here, but I ain't trying to pay for no bullshit. Because I'm poor. So, start putting them fire-ass shows together and get my money. So
like how
we're
you
going to
put it.
start it off with Darius. What you playing for us?
Alright, so my first snoozer
I almost forgot about these.
right, I did too, is Jewelry by D Got Bars. I fuck with this shit.
Yeah.
Jewelry. You see the rollie on the wrist? I know you see that.
You see the
Stop
rollie on
playing.
her wrist?
No.
Let's go.
A little chain off for this one.
But nah, Jewelry
A little
by
chain
D
off.
Got Bars.
I'm getting a pendant next week. Let's go.
Shout out my son, he a cooler me.
Fact, shout out my son here, cooler me for sure.
That's all off the body. Turn me up, turn the beat up.
Make him say, uh-oh, like Lumi D.
Jewelry. I spent some racks and some jewelry. Shout out my son, he a cooler me. I put in work like there's 2 of me. Go, jewelry. Fuck
All the buffoonery.
I won't stop till they free Looney G.
Make him say, uh-oh, like Lumi D.
Go, jewelry. I spent some racks and some jewelry. Shout out my son, he a cooler me. I put in work like there's 2 of me.
Go.
It's dinner time. I turn this pain right into rhymes. I flip the work, can't diminish mine. I'm selling shit just like finish line. Cold, but not close. Been doing this since a
Snot nose.
I go wherever the clock goes. I'm in these streets like potholes. Go, gun mode. I hate when killers in one toe. Pull up with letters in
Yo, who is that? Is that who on the beat?
I think that's dope.
Okay, don't want to beat.
Shout out my son here, cooler me.
Facts. That bar, that just made my heart warm up. Like, he a good father when you put like bars like that in there. Shout out my son, he a cooler than me. And I follow him on social media too, so that shit was dope to hear. And the whole track is fire.
Shout out to
D
you.
Got Bars.
All right, Tal, what you got for us?
I gotta bring it back to that After Grace, my guy Fabeyon featuring Shamrok. Listen,
Hold on, wait, no.
Oh, hold on. Which one? Featuring Shamrock? Which one?
yeah,
Which one?
because
Which one? Which one? Which one is it?
Listen, that's funny. Look at his face.
Wait.
Wait, cause I said the wrong song.
Is it Shamrock? Or
Yeah. No, I said the wrong
It's
song. Hold on.
Fabeyon featuring Shamrok.
They don't know. I got you right now.
So something y'all might not know about this is Shamrok produced this beat too.
He did.
Okay.
He did.
And I be bumping this like every day because this one of my favorite songs. No,
Shit is hard.
yeah.
Right there.
You Dropboxing it?
Nah, I sent it to. I thought I sent the wrong song. That's why you didn't see it. Whoops! I thought it was the already done by the new shit that Shamrock got out. It's fire too.
Shout out Shamrock, y'all. Shout out Fabe too. He been quiet lately.
Yeah, and we
Nah.
I mean music wise.
no, he has not. He just dropped the visual.
With what?
With
He
what?
dropped After Grace, then dropped another project,
dropped
then
the-
dropped like 2 videos.
What are you
I didn't
talking
see
about?
nothing after those.
Then that's your fault. He literally
What do you
just
mean?
dropped the video yesterday.
I
with
mean
Easy
like
Money.
bro, that's Easy Money shit. That's the shit from before. I've already
He dropped this project this year. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean like something new, as in like nigga brand fresh new. That's what we've been talking about all fucking year. I mean, every time I hit you up, nobody's dropping nothing. We need more from rappers. I'm talking like
he
that's
he dropped this like January,
Fabe too
February.
consistent.
yeah,
What are you
January.
talking about?
January is 3, 4. Yo,
Listen,
rap.
Fabe,
Yo,
come at him, not me. I'm
Nigga,
good.
nigga.
Yo,
I'm
I'm
working.
saying,
you know,
right.
you know how? Listen, I'm gonna wait till the
listen.
song is over. I'm gonna wait till the song's over. This is
Yo.
fire though, so
Turn
don't
that
take
up, turn that up,
don't
turn
take
it
my
up.
face for not liking the song. I'm mad at these two.
Look.
To the man's core, even my drive you uplifting like a land door. Seeing our connection to bond and its worth. Foundation, now we building that friendship first. As long as I let you know in this.
Why he look like that?
With your energy, I'm glad I'm near it. The passion, your swag, your spirit, I have to cherish. And we ask one another who would have ever knew. But this here is something that I want forever too. What we doing? You want love?
Let's go, Shamrock. Let's go, Fabe. I'm still mad at these two though. Got me sweating. It ain't even the liquor no more. It's y'all.
You want love? Will you choose her? We know there's confusion. Girl, I wanna love you.
Yeah, we good. I see you over there. Ooh.
Hold up. So y'all just said that dropped in January?
Okay.
Y'all said
What
what? You said,
dropped in January?
I heard somebody say January. We
I
got
ain't
headphones
say it.
on.
Hold on,
Oh,
Tom.
but somebody's sweating now.
Yeah, I am. I told you, it ain't the liquor, it's y'all.
Hold on,
I'm mad
let's
now. What's
clarify
up?
this.
Who said January?
What
The-
is consistent to you?
Hold on, I'm asking,
hold on,
I'm asking
hold
a
on.
question first.
Hold on.
I need my question
The
answered.
collab project that I'm talking about with Easy Money
Came out
came
when?
out January, February.
All right, so what's next?
After Grace must have came out like in November,
It did,
December.
yeah.
Okay. He
Alright.
dropped 2 visuals since he dropped that project in
Listen,
January, February. And
When
we're
you
just
drop
in May.
when you drop a video
He
and
had
a
a
song
fucking
with Tony
billboard.
All right, so
Sunshine,
now,
you
I'ma say
don't
this.
gotta drop nothing.
Now I'm about to say this.
Right.
I'm about to say this. I'm about to say this.
What's up?
I did not say he's not consistent. I said in hip hop, I'm trying to say this, but y'all just jumped all over me. Hip hop is a what are you doing for me now? You telling me January? We in May. We in May.
He literally just dropped the video yesterday.
I didn't say a video. I said a new song. New.
He don't
new.
need a new song.
New.
He don't need a new song.
New.
He
That.
don't need
See,
a new
see now, see
song.
that's the point. You're deriving from my
He don't-
my point was I want something new. Not
Okay.
that he's not consistent. Not that none of this is bad. None of that shit. I just said I want something new. You know why I want something new? Because
Why?
I've already been hearing it. I listen to Fave. That's why I want something new. I'm a Fave fan. You got me on
You're
my
a
joke.
liar.
Yes, how am I lying? You know I chill with you know I'm a Fave fan. Like don't do that. But I'm on my Joe Budden right now. I want something new. Like that ass. Like
Guess who the fire sign is out of the 3 of us?
it ain't me.
Drop it in the comments.
It
Well,
ain't
why
me.
would you say
It ain't
that?
me.
You just ruined it. They would think that you was.
Right.
Cause I'm all sweating and shit. But nah, I fuck with Fabe and I want something tomorrow. It's not that he's not consistent. I just want some new Fabe because I want me personally. I just want new Fabe.
Did you listen to that project?
Yes, nigga. Yo, Tauber is one of my best fucking friends. We bump that shit. I bump that shit. Like y'all know who I listen to.
Yo, play my sleeper, man.
My manager over here acting like she don't know who I listen to.
So I can go roll it out.
She over here acting like she don't know who I listen to.
This is absolutely outrageous.
She acting like she don't know
Don't
who I
change
listen
the
to.
stores by TK.
Shout out Fabe.
Right, shout out Fabe.
And
They
that
trying to
billboard.
play me like I ain't here after Grace. Fuck out of here. Y'all trying to play me.
What's your favorite song? The Tony Sunshine shit?
I wouldn't say that's my favorite, but I fuck with that shit. That shit is hard.
Which one?
Shit is hard.
My favorite one? Probably don't him shit. Shit with him and Shamrok.
This DK.
Rolling it out.
My mind doesn't race cause my feelings are placed into things I enjoy. I don't care about the love as much as I used to. Cause if you don't do what you do for you, then why you gotta prove to the people that can't even move?
Damn, y'all really got me sweating now. Shit. I was fine before that scuffle.
Had to come back to get on my feet, but as soon as I do, I'll be right back to lead. Say don't go chasing for stars, they always burn out. Don't follow your heart, just be practical. They'll just laugh at you, but I got one mind, one life, and then I'm tired. So I'll just do what I want in the end. I'll do what I want in the end.
In the end. And then this transition.
Yeah.
Then the song.
Yo,
right
them
here.
transitions. Listen.
Them shits be hitting.
Listen.
Right, them shits be fucking hitting.
They're killing them out here with that.
Baby girl, just know you are a blessing. Your body and your mind can cure depression. I don't even need to have the fucking question. If there is anyone around that can compare. Alright, you and I don't always see eye to eye, but I still get butterflies. It's gonna take time.
Shit is hard.
But there's no other option. Cause
I don't need some chick, I need a best friend. We good, Clary, but this shit is hard.
Damn, you want to stop it right off of like rock.
This shit is hard, man. TK. Can't wait to see what you and your camp got going on. But we out this motherfucker.
I'm ready to smoke.
Shit.
I'm ready to drink my tea. Halo. Angel.
Respect what I said, respect what I said, respect what I said, respect what I said. I put bands on your head like I'm K. I put on for y'all every day. Respect what I said, respect what I said, respect what I said, respect what I said. Y'all not gonna know